Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're going to continue with the player reviews, and up next on the list, man, we have another World Tour Silver Superstar card for none other than Bobby Moore. Bobby Moore is a 74 rated card. He has the controlled acceleration type, right-footed with 2-star skill moves and 3-star weak foot. Now, for you guys that don't know, this is actually our third player review on a World Tour Silver Superstar card. We did already go ahead and do a player review on Lev Yashin and then also Garincha. So if you guys didn't check out those videos, definitely go ahead and check them out. In order to complete Bobby Moore, you do have to play 50 games of like squad battles, division rivals with a full English team, and so it is a bit of a grind. But by completing this objective, you're also working towards getting like Sir Bobby Charlton and then also Eusebio. Bobby Moore isn't like the most popular of icon cards, or at least he wasn't in like previous FIFAs. So it's going to be really interesting to see just how good his World Tour Silver Superstar card is. Now, if we go ahead and look at his in-game stats in a bit more detail, I mean, the three most important stats: 74 pace, 83 defending, and 72 physical. His pace for a center back this early on in FC 26 isn't actually too bad, boys. The defensive stats look pretty good as well. The physicality is a little bit lower, and as you guys know, Bobby Moore isn't like the tallest of center backs, so that's going to be really interesting to test out. The two stats that I am a little bit worried about is the fact that he does have 71 reactions and then also 72 composure. I mean, for you guys that have already played FC 26, you know that defending this year is a little bit more difficult. You kind of need like your more swift and your more quick type of center backs, or at least that's what I feel like works really well. So is Bobby Moore going to fit that category, man? I'm not too sure. Decent passing stats for a center back. He does have 70 passing. So with the way that the card is set up, man, I mean, it honestly just comes down to two chemistry styles. You can go with a shadow or you can go with the anchor. Now, with the anchor chemistry style, boys, he is going to have 77 pace, 87 defending, and then also 76 physical. So if you are really good at manual defending, like the potential is most definitely there. With the shadow chem style, he is going to have 80 pace and then also 87 defending. So it's going to come down to whether or not you want a little bit more pace or a little bit more physicality. Now, he does have 5 different playstyles, and the playstyle plus that he does have is incredible, man. The anticipate for a center back is still really OP this year. And then alongside that, he does also have dead ball, long ball pass, jockey, and block. Now, I feel like the jockey playstyle is a little bit underrated. It kind of helps out with manual defending. As you guys know, AI defending has been nerfed in FC 26, so you are going to have to control your center backs a little bit more. So the jockey playstyle, I feel like, is going to be really effective this year. Imagine if the card had the quick step playstyle. I feel like the quick step on defenders is so OP, man, especially for that recovery speed. So with the way that the card is set up, man, he does only have one player role plus, and that is as a ball playing defender. You don't see too many people using the ball playing defender player role, or at least I don't see too many people using that. It would have been much better for him to have like defender or stopper. But in today's video, we are going to be testing him out as that ball playing defender, man. So hopefully he sticks to his position. Hopefully defensively he's really good. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into game number 1 and let's see how good this card really is. Alright, boys, here we are jumping into game number 1 using the new Bobby Moore Silver Superstar card. And I will say, I feel like all the ones that we do have, Bobby Moore is probably like the least popular one. A lot of people do want to see Eusebio, a lot of people want to see Sir Bobby Charlton, but it's only right to go ahead and test out all of them. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be playing him at the center back position as that ball playing defender. So, I mean, we're going to test out the manual defending as much as possible and just see how good he is defensively. That's a decent interception to start things off. It does seem like this guy is going to be playing with a pretty high line, so we're going to have to use that to our advantage. Bino Gittins, quick off of his line, that goalkeeper. Absolutely takes him out. His defensive stats overall with the anchor chem style are actually pretty solid. It's just like the rest of his stats, like reactions and composure, aren't great. A little bit of recovery speed. Yeah, boys, I mean, we're not going to catch up right there. I mean, it's a really good through ball. Maybe my manual defending could have been a little bit better, but the recovery speed might be a bit of a problem. Now, the one thing that's going to work really well with the card, in my opinion, boys, is his playstyles. I feel like his playstyles is what's going to make the card actually pretty decent. Anticipate playstyle plus, boys. Like I said, good defensive stats for the card overall. And he's one of those like smaller, more agile type of center backs. So if you do prefer those types of center backs, should fit your style of play. Now, keep in mind, boys, he does also have the long ball pass playstyle. So we could maybe test out his long range passing. Gonna go for an over the top through ball. It's not bad, boys. It's not bad. Like, obviously, a lot of people aren't going to be, like, playing passes like that with their center backs, but you do have that option. Especially if you're, like, struggling to break down your opponent. Bobby Moore, let's just do a little bit of AI defending right here. He is looking for that pass. Bobby Moore, that's a great block, man. He does have the block playstyle, okay. I did see on Twitter, someone did say, like, the block playstyle and then also the jockey are, like, one of the most overpowered playstyles for a defender to have. I don't know how accurate that is, but that was a really nice block. Now, this is where we need the recovery speed, boys. I'm actually tracking back with Bobby Moore. I want to test out the sprint speed. It's not bad, boys. I mean, he is using Pulisic. I feel like we got back into position pretty easily. All right, man. Right here, I think we go cross diagonal. We got Kamavinga making the run. Bobby Moore. That's a great ball, man. That is a very good pass. Very, very nice pass right there. Bino Gittins, one more. Ekatike, just go for a regular shot. Ooh, it's a good save by the goalkeeper. We should be scoring right there, but it's a really nice switch. For you guys that don't know, it's R1 and square if you are on PlayStation, and then RB and X if you are on Xbox. Bobby Moore. Now we are playing a little bit of like a higher line. That's a great tackle again, man. So far he's been very consistent in the tackle. All right, ladies and gentlemen, straight into the second half we go. Lautaro Martinez, he does like that skill move. Bobby Moore did miss the tackle right there. Recovery speed, it wasn't bad, boys. We were this close to getting possession. It's a little bit unlucky. All right, man, we do have Camavinga making that run. Cross diagonal again. I think we timed that perfectly, boys. Like, that's such a good ball, man. That is such a good ball. Now we just need a little bit of support. Bobby Moore, I did step, man. I did step. That was so risky. I feel like this year, if you step with your center back and you don't get possession, you're going to be pretty much punished. Did leave a little bit of space. I don't know if he's going to try to play, though. Nice, good Bobby Moore. That's a good interception. Good defensive awareness and, like, overall positioning. Now, is he? No, this time he's actually going to whip it in. Bobby Moore. Yeah, I mean, aerially, because he doesn't have, like, the aerial playstyle or anything like that. Not the greatest of center backs in that sense. Maybe offside? He's not offside. Bobby Moore, that's great positioning again, man. Overall, like, defensively, I feel like the AI defending and then also the manual defending is pretty solid. The only thing that kind of lacks is, like, his physicality and then also his pace. Ooh, Gittins may be in a little bit of space. We'll try it. We'll try it. What a ball, man. What a ball. Those cross diagonals have actually been, like, surprisingly really effective. Like, they're nothing too crazy, but it's nice to have that, like, in your locker just in case, like, you're struggling to break down your opponent. It's a nice team play, man. We'll take that. All right, boys, straight into game number 2 we go, and so far, so good. I will say, man, he does play a little bit, like, above his stats. I would kind of say that he feels like maybe like a 78, 79 rated center back. Now, at the moment, there's actually, like, a lot of really good starter center backs. Like, a lot of people are using Ezri Konsa. A lot of people are using maybe, like, Murillo, Hincapi, players like that. Would I put Bobby Moore above them? Probably not, but he is a pretty solid option. I'm trying to, like, anticipate this pass. He's trying to ping it into Kolomwani. Bobby Moore, we're not going to catch up, are we? Oh, we are, boys. That's good recovery speed right there. Dolan, nice. Good from Bobby Moore, man. That's good pressure right there. This guy's passes are kind of, like, all over the place, but they're still working. Bobby Moore, great interception, man. Like I said, if you are really good at manual defending, I mean, he's going to be a decent center back. Bobby Moore, he does drop that back. He's going to try to ping that through. Oh, good recovery speed. Good recovery speed. I just didn't have, like, the reactions to, like, try to turn as quickly as possible to try to, like, cut off that angle. Try to get the interception right there. Didn't come off. But there it is, man. There it is. That's a great interception. No intercept playstyle for the card. But, I mean, he has been breaking up the play pretty well. You never know, man. We might get some evolutions throughout the year to also make Bobby Moore even better, man. So, I feel like, I know it's a bit of a grind and maybe, like, at the moment they aren't anything too crazy. But long term, man, I feel like they're going to be very useful. I mean, right there, boys. You see that pass by No Gittins? Great finish, boys. Great finish. I mean, that's like Route 1 football right there. The long ball pass playstyle has actually been a little bit underrated, man. I feel like long balls this year are really good. Oh, he's pinged that all the way across. This guy already has ward prowess, man. That's like level 10. This guy's grinding the game. Bobby Moore, good manual defending right there. I like that. Does have the space. He's probably going to look for a cutback. He's not going to shoot from there. There it is, man. Good manual defending, good interception. We have Camavinga making the run. Let's go long. Boys, that's so good, man. That's so good. It's not going to work every time, and it does take some time getting used to. But once you get it down, that could be really, really OP. Endo, left foot. That's a good block, man. I should have been a little bit more creative right there. Ooh, that's actually good left stick dribbling from my opponent. Bobby Moore. That's a good tackle, man. I mean, I love the fact that he does have anticipate. I mean, that's really important that they do give him like a really effective playstyle plus. And I mean, anticipate for a center back, we all know how good that is. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is us using the new World Tour Bobby Moore card in a few games of Division Rivals. And I will say overall for like the start of FC 26, a decent center back to go ahead and use. Now, at the moment, boys, a lot of people are using the players like Hincapi, Lecroix, Murillo. There's so many really good options for a decent price. If I had to compare Bobby Moore with some of those players, I would still probably go ahead and use them over Moore. Now, the thing that works really well with Bobby Moore is the fact that he does have the Anticipate Playstyle Plus. Now, to have the Anticipate Playstyle Plus this early on in the year is going to be a huge advantage in my opinion. We gave him the Anchor Chem style, so 76 acceleration and 78 sprint speed, and his pace overall was a little bit hit and miss. Like sometimes the recovery speed was really good, but if you are coming up against like your really quick attackers, man, it is going to be quite difficult to catch up to him. His reactions and composure are a little bit lower, but I feel like for the most part with the jockey playstyle, the manual defending with the card was actually quite responsive. So if you are really good at manual defending, if you are really good at controlling your center backs, then I feel like he can actually be a useful center back for you. Defending this year in FC 26 is actually difficult, man, so it's definitely going to have to take some time getting used to, but with 85 interceptions, 87 defensive awareness, and 90 stand tackle, it is a really solid start. He's not the tallest of center backs, but he is pretty quick and pretty responsive in game, so if you do prefer those types of center backs, man, he's going to be a really good option for you. Overall, boys, I'm going to go ahead and give the card like a 6.57 out of 10 rating to start things off in FC 26. Like I said, boys, the thing that works so well with the card is the fact that he does have the Anticipate Playstyle Plus and that he does also have the Jockey and Block. I feel like the Jockey and Block this year are going to be a lot more useful compared to FC 25. It would have been really nice for him to also have like the Quick Step or the Relentless Playstyle or maybe even the Intercept just to add a little bit more to his defensive game. But overall, man, I would say that he kind of plays like a 78-79 rated gold card. He does play above his stats, but it's nothing too crazy. So yeah, man, if you do want to have a little bit more fun with the game and you do want to test out some of these silver superstars, I feel like Bobby Moore, although isn't the most desirable of icon cards, it's actually a pretty solid card for the start. There's definitely better options out there, Lecroix, Murillo, Hincapi, players like that, but if you do want to grind the game and you do want a very cheap option, a decent option for sure. But that is going to be the end of today's video. If you guys did enjoy it, let me know by leaving a like, comment down below what player you guys would like to see next in another player review, and then also consider subscribing to the channel if you are new. It would be greatly appreciated. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for clicking on today's video. I've been your boy Booba, and I'll catch you guys in another one very, very soon. Peace.